accuser. Who in the Bible is the accuser, Ezekiel? Who do we know to be the accuser? Satan himself. Satan is the accuser. Now, gossip is murder in the spirit. You are murdering someone's reputation. You are murdering them by cursing them, speaking down on them, speaking curses on their life. And I'll tell you why it's witchcraft, and a lot of you ain't going to want to hear this. You are trying to distort the way somebody else sees a person because of what you want it to look like. Period. Who does that? Satan. Who in the Bible is the accuser, Ezekiel? Who do we know to be the accuser? Satan himself. Satan is the accuser. Now, gossip is murder in the spirit. You are murdering someone's reputation.
Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakwadash. This is your occupant Driller Zell, back with another lesson. Slack it. And yeah, the opening topic, as you can tell, is basically the mentality, especially nowadays, of these Babylonians, man. Like this Edomite chick right here is bringing out, she's saying, which is true, gossip is witchcraft, and most Christians do it daily. Yeah, all these people that think they righteous, all these people that think think the Most High is dealing with them, they're actually involved in wickedness on the daily, man. You know what I'm saying? They think it's righteousness, but they're actually involved in wickedness, going around just like this Edomite chick saying what? Gossiping.
You are murdering them by cursing them, speaking down on them, speaking curses on their life. And I'll tell you why it's witchcraft, and a lot of you ain't going to want to hear this. You are trying to distort the way somebody else sees a person because of what you want it to look like.
So you're distorting the image of somebody or trying to ruin somebody's reputation based on what you want them to look like. And through the spirit, and that's what the this Edomite chick saying. That's what you're doing. You're trying to destroy the person's spirit, and the projection of what they actually are. You're trying to distort it by your envious jealousy or whatever excuse you may have. But that's the mentality of these people right here, right now here in the world today, man. Because the Lord said, evil men and seducers will wax worse and worse. And that's what these people are, man. They're getting wickeder by the day, to the point that you even got these low lives that ain't amount to nothing try to come at you, man. You know what I mean? Like we deal with this every day. Like, the water Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, he delivered us from a situation we was in, and we was able to move away from these wicked ass people that was like living right underneath us. Now they got these low lives. They put these low lives after we moved in to our new place that we live in. Now they put these low lives directly across the street from them. And so pretty much it's like we're in the same situation to an extent, but not really. The Wadi Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, we are, thankful for being delivered out of the situation we were, away from them wicked ass niggas. But now we got weirdos living directly across the street. They don't have no life at all. Meaning that these jokers don't got no work life. All they do is sit in the house all day and trying to harass you every day, trying to come outside, doing all types of nonsense to interact with you. And it's evident you don't want shit to do with these motherfuckers. And they got these pale-faced monkeys involved with it too. It's bad enough it's these niggas, but you know what these niggas do. They try to get these pale faces involved too. But anyway, that's a rant that I did, but that's exactly what they're doing. They're going around whispering and causing these undesirables in life to participate in these this wickedness, man. Watching, gossiping about what you doing and what not. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna just go ahead to precept, you know. I'm gonna bring out Proverbs 16 and 28. And I'm gonna start at 27. It says, an ungodly man diggeth up evil, and in his lips there is as a burning fire. And that's what there is. An ungodly man dig up evil, meaning that these people dig up dirt. They try to what they said, the saying in the word, try to dig up dirt about you, trying to find something to ridicule you, trying to find something to pretty much put a blemish on your image, man. Trying to pretty much like she said, ruin, or more or less ruin your reputation, man. Trying to quench your spirit, you know, trying to put you in this a different vibration, man, by speaking on wickedness about you, man. Witchcraft. It says, a forward man soweth strife, and a whisperer separated chief friends. And that's what they do, man. They try to and being bringing up these, you know, these lies, these animosity rumors, these spiteful statements and ideas and thoughts about you. People tend to do that, man. They tend to they may feed into it, they may believe it, you know, and that's what they are, man. Cause these jokers around here are wicked, man. You know, let's give some more precepts. This is Proverbs 14 and 17, and it reads, he that is soon angry dealeth foolishly, and a man of wicked devices is hated, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause basically what a lot of they're doing is bunch of what it says, he that is soon angry dealeth foolishly, you know, that do leads to foolish decisions too, man. Because, you know, angry, because I'm like I said, I'm human. Me myself, I can pretty much profess that due to my anger, I didn't do or didn't choose the wisest decision. But that's us in the flesh, man. You know, we all can attest to that in some form of fashion, man. You know, because we all in the flesh. But that's what it does. But these people, by doing things like that, whispering, doing this spiteful stuff, you tend to get angry, man. You know what I mean? Which the Lord said you can, you know, get angry, but sinneth not. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing wrong with getting angry, but you got to understand, you know, sinneth not. You got to be wise about what decisions you make while you're in that state of anger. So being angry, it's nothing wrong with being angry. It's just that what you do when you are angry, you know, so you got to be wise, you know, in this world right here, you know, you gotta think real wisely, you know, cause we know Yahweh Shai's law and sayings and commandments are the supreme law, but we're in this devil's world, man. So you got other things that he try to profess that are law, which are actually a lot of stuff that he try to promotes that are law. Technically, they're not. You're not breaking the law, but nonetheless, you got to tread lightly. For example, according to Yahweh Shai's law, being these homos dealing in this adulterous lifestyle, that's worthy of death. Adultery, that's worthy of death. But in this man's law, you can't do that because, you know, you would be pretty much put to death, or, you know, put in a situation you don't want to be at. But we know Yahweh Shai's law is supreme, but we can't do that in this devil society because he reigns supreme. This is the Lord gave this devil time to rule, you know. But nonetheless, Salakia, that's what, this the state of the world that we're living in, man. And I'm going to go back to Proverbs 16 and 27 again. It says, an ungodly man diggeth up evil. And that's what these people are, man. They're ungodly. So that's why they do. They try to dig up things, spread rumors, do spiteful stuff, lie, you know, just start frivolous nonsense, because basically they're not there's something about their life that they're not happy with, so they want other people to feel miserable. You know, you could tell, and I could tell these jokers that do that, you can obviously look that as that saying in the world, misery loves company, and that's all they want. That's why they're seeking your company, meaning me. And I could tell that from these weirdos across the street. They're seeking my company because they're miserable, man. And they were like, why he don't want to interact with us? That's what they're saying in their mind. That's why, because like me, if I sent somebody that don't want nothing to be do with me, you think that's gonna draw my attention to them or draw me to them? Hell no. Because I'm like, the hell with you anyway. You know what I mean? Not to say, you know, whoever reasons may it be, doesn't matter to me. I don't care if you don't, you know what I mean? You don't want to be a part of me. And basically, it's for the good. You know what I'm saying? But these motherfuckers, you know, Salakia, but Shalak Rayam to these motherfuckers, they don't seem to get that, man. I can't consistently try to be around somebody that I know despise me, man. But these retards, and you can obviously tell there's something wrong with these jokers mentally. You know, these retards seem to don't get that, man. You know, they it's like they're drawn by your I'm gonna say for my example, from my observation, it's like they're drawn by my disdain from them. It's like the more I disdain them, it's like the more they feel like they want to be a part of me, which I don't get. That's how backwards these jokers are, man. Proverbs 16 and 27, it says, an ungodly man diggeth up evil, and in his lips there is as a burning fire, man. You know what I'm saying? So they speak this stuff, these words, whispering in order to what? Try to destroy you as a person, man. Basically attacking your spirit. You know, that's how wicked these jokers are, man, because there's something that they're lacking. And actually what it is good against evil, man. You know, they're just wicked. These people are just wicked. And they see, and it's in their spirit to try to combat righteousness, man. You know, like me and my aunt, man, we ain't did these jokers no harm, but it's just all of a sudden they started coming around doing stuff to us, damaging your property, being on your property when you're supposed to be there. And then when you try to confront them, they want to lie and act like they didn't do it when you got cameras and proof that shows that they done what they done, but then they want to deny it. Then they want to act like we're the ones that got problem with them, and that's none of the fact. You up here damaging people's property, being on people's property when you're supposed to be there, you know, up here gossiping about you around this town like you Elon Musk or something. Like you the first trillionaire, and everybody trying to figure out what's your beautiful baked bean secret, cause they can get a piece of the pie. You know what I'm saying? These there, and another thing too, they want to portray as if, say for instance, they had these poor mouth people, cause everybody like me, everybody's fucked up, but you got people that decide, and that's what I said. Bestie jokes across the street, they decide to live that way, man. It was their decision to live that way. You know, I don't care what age they are. Nonetheless, it's their decision to live that way. They can do something about their lifestyle if they choose to. They just choose to live like that, and then they want to portray as if life is giving them the run around, and because it perceives that you're doing better than them, it's like you got it all. That's how they try to portray. Nigga, I ain't Elon Musk. I ain't nowhere near these jokers that got it made. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a multi-trillionaire, multi-billionaire, millionaire, even a thousandaire, man. You know what I'm saying? I get up and we gotta do what the Lord said we have to do. We have to work by the sweat of our brow, meaning that that's how we get our bread. You gotta work. We gotta work for hours, man. I gotta work for mine. There ain't nobody giving me I don't got no silver spoon in my mouth. I gotta sit about everything was given to me, man. But that's how these monkeys be trying to act like, you know. So lock it for the rant, but that's what we're going. That's what that's the way of the world. That's where you're going. I'm gonna go to 29 too, and it says a violent man enticeth his neighbor. And that's what they are. These people are that's what they're doing, seeking violence by enticing you, and we're going through that too. You know, I'm going through that too. Also, that's what they do. They entice me because I had words against them. Cause I'm in the flesh. I had words against these nitwits. You know, these undesirable, these nobodies. But because that's what they do. They entice you, man. They say a violent man entices his neighbor and leadeth him into the way that is not good. And basically, that's what they do, man. They entice you to provoke anger, to provoke violence, and then try to flip the narrative as if that you're the problem, and there's some harmless innocent people, and that's what it is. They got this pale-faced monkey over there, some old ass. That's what that's exactly what that motherfucker look like. Some old ass cave dweller, Beverly hillbilly cave dweller, just be on the porch doing what niggas doing. He's the nigger version of a porch monkey, man. You know how they used to call niggas that sit on the porch all day porch monkeys? That's what he is. He's the nigger equivalent of a porch monkey, man. And he sit on the damn porch all day trying to sit as if like he's trying to eavesdrop on what's going on across the street, because we across the street, you know, and want to be seen outside when we outside, like he's not trying to miss his latest episode of Dukes of Hazzard. Like, I can't miss what this guy's doing. That's because this dude don't got no life. All he do is sit outside, and there's all of them over there. It's like 60 retards over there, mixed of niggas and pale faces. You know, they over there. None of them have a job. A bunch of dysfunctional retards they put in a halfway house type of thing. That's what's going on, man. They only put those type of houses in so-called black communities, man. You don't find halfway houses in white communities, man. They put them in nigger communities, man. Cause that's where I live at. Predominantly, the place where I live at is predominantly so-called black people, man. You know, but they only put places like that. And actually, where I'm at, I didn't know that when I moved here. I would have thought twice about it. But while I moved here, there's multiple of them right in the same vicinity where I live at, what you want to call boarding houses, rooming houses, halfway houses, where they got, you know, drug addicts, fucking weirdos and shit, you know. And like I said, they don't do that in so-called white communities, man, but they prevalent in so-called black communities, man, you know. But I didn't know there was that many so close to where I live at. It's like they all over where I'm at now. Once I realized why I moved, because I got this guy that lived next door. He was the same way. He's professing the same way that I did. He didn't know what was going on when he moved. He stayed here before I moved. He was living in this area before I moved here, you know. But he was saying the same thing. He was like, man, he didn't realize, he didn't know what was going on. So I had to do some research to find out that's what was going on across the street, you know. Because I'm like, who's all these random people, what's going on over there? And I found out that's what it is, a boarding room or a rooming house or something like that with fucking weirdos in there, man. You know, but they trying to act like I'm the oddball or I'm the weird one, you know, Cause all they trying to do is start confusion. I'm gonna read Proverbs 16:29 again. It says, "A violent man enticeth his neighbor and leadeth him into the way that is not good." And that's the mentality of these damn jokers, man. You know, they try to entice you, like I mentioned before, provoke situation in efforts to provoke anger and hoping to what? Put you in a situation that is not good, man. It won't be good for you, your current stability or nothing. And I'm dealing with that right now. And all it is devils, is demons, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said, who's the fucking weirdo? Who the fuck sits on the porch majority of the day, don't go nowhere, with the same goddamn fucking clothes on days or weeks on end? That's what this joker do. This joker walks around. I mean, no, so like he don't walk around, dude. Mainly he stays on the porch. Stay on the fucking porch for the most part, looking like he's trying to be the nosy neighbor, just a gossip. He's not being nosy for good. One thing is being somebody being nosy to try to say, "Hey man, I'm looking out for you." Now he's doing that in efforts to act like he's trying to watch something and hoping that something do happen to you, and he's there to witness it. That's the nosy what this joker doing. Slash, he's trying to be the lookout for the ones that may be doing some shit that they don't post to. That's what he's doing, but he's trying to portray he's the opposite. But nonetheless, that's all this joker do. He wears the same fucking outfit all day for days, weeks on end. You could tell there's something wrong with his ass, but he want to act like you the oddball, meaning me. There's something wrong with me. Nigga, I ain't walking around here with the same goddamn pair of clothes. There's plenty places around here that donate clothes to people, man. Churches, Goodwills and shit like that, or whatever. You go to damn fucking these thrift shops and buy some damn hand-me-down clothes. You ain't gotta wear the same fucking clothes all fucking day, man. But that's what this weirdo do, man. You know, doing crazy shit to provoke and entice anger towards you, man. You know, but I just wanted to I don't mean to make this long, but
period. Who does that? Satan. Who in...
Exactly, Satan. That's what they are, man. And Satan means what? Adversary. That's what they are, man. They're adversary, but mainly to Yahweh Shai, but they're adversary to the righteous spirit, because they are wicked, man. You know what I'm saying? So you got your righteous spirit and you got wicked spirits, and that's all these devils and jokers are full with wicked spirits, man. And they're trying to entice the righteous spirit, you know. But I'm gonna end it up there. I don't know if I select it. This clip do look familiar. I might have already did a lesson on here, but nonetheless, you know, when I saw it, I said, man, I might have done a lesson on this exact video before, maybe some months back. But I said, man, I'm gonna just go ahead and do it again. But I'm gonna end it up there, man. Hope the body will edify. Till next time, I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Wakak Wadash. Again, this is your Akim and Julazil. Lord willing, I'll be back with another lesson. Till next time, Shalom, Barak Thumb, and the Barber Ball. Shalom.